Hello and welcome to The Way I See It. My name is Estin, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about Braille. What is it? How does it work? When was it created? And anything else that comes up. So, if you hadn't guessed, I don't generally read print because for me to be able to read print, I'd have to see it. So, what I do and what most people who are visually impaired or totally blind do is read Braille. Braille is it's 6 dots in 2 rows, and there are 2 grades of Braille, grade 1 and grade 2, and you have different ways of combining these dots to create words. So dot 1 by itself is A, dots 1 and 2 by itself is B, and so on and so forth. There are several different combinations of Braille dots to create each Braille character. There are, in addition, in grade 2, there are dot combinations like the word the and the word this that are used in one character form. So the word this is represented by the TH sign, and that's a certain set of dots. And the word the is represented by a one character by itself and then a space by itself. And the sign is used as what's called one word contraction. And there are several of these. For each letter of the alphabet, in addition, there are contractions that can be used. For example, B is but, C is can, D is do. So when you read a sentence in Braille, you are looking to make sure that you know if it's in grade 1 or grade 2. And most of the time when people teach students how to use Braille, they generally start out by teaching them grade 1, which is everything is spelled out, um, everything is spelled out for them, and it's easy to read. Once they get into 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, they start learning grade 2. And that's a really good thing because grade 2 is so much easier to read and write. Now, Braille was created in the early 1800s by a guy named Louis Braille, and he created it to help people to be able to read books. And it has sustained itself for the last 200 years and has changed a little bit, but for the most part has stayed the same. You can do Braille in English, you can have Braille in Spanish and other languages as well. I simply know English Braille, but I know grade 1 and grade 2. I know a different kind of Braille called Nimith, which is a specialized Braille for math and science, where symbols stand for different things. And I know a type of Braille called computer Braille, which is used on note takers like the Braille note to make math and science a little easier for the machines to use. So, Braille is used by people who are blind or visually impaired if they can't read print or if they're totally blind, so that we can read and write. An important piece to think about is that for us, the equivalent to pencil and paper would probably be slate and stylus. And what that is a slate and stylus is a device that you have in front of you that has holes in it. And you can see pictures of the slate and stylus on the website that's in the show notes. And so these slate and stylus, you basically poke dots into each letter, and it comes out on the other side of the paper. This is a quick way to make Braille. On the other hand, you have what's called a Braille writer, which is a somewhat heavy device that has 6 keys and a space bar. And the Braille writer is very similar to what you would think of when you think of an old typewriter. So instead of having X amount of keys that are on the typewriter, this has the 6 keys plus that spacebar. So Braille is very complicated and takes a while to learn, but is very, very much worth it. Speaking of that, I am headed to the Braille Challenge, which is a competition for students K-12 to come and go and compete with each other to see who has the best Braille skills. We have a regional Braille challenge at the State School for the Blind, and it is February 13th. I am headed up there to speak on technology matters, so I will be in Kansas City on the 13th. I am very excited about the Braille challenge because it's an opportunity for students to get excited about reading and writing Braille. Part of the contest includes proofreading, it includes charts and graphs, it includes, and with charts and graphs, the important piece there is that you have to be able to read a chart in Braille or read a graph in Braille and determine answers to certain questions. Comprehension, which basically means you read a passage in Braille and then answer certain questions about that passage. And then one that's really difficult, in my opinion, is called speed and accuracy. And what that is you have a tape player or a reading device, and someone is talking to you over this device and reading you a passage of text. Your job is to type that text as accurately and as quickly as possible to make sure that you get all of the information down. I competed in the varsity level of the Braille Challenge in the 2009-2010 school year and got second place in, I got third place in the regionals. I was unable to go to the nationals because only the top 12 people from each only the top 12 people can go to the National Braille Challenge from each region. So I was not able to go, but it was very important for me to be able to compete in this. And now I have friends and I have students that are competing in the Braille Challenge to be able to go to nationals in California. So I wanted to cover that today and talk to you guys about what Braille is and why we use it and how it can be used. So for the way I see it, this is Estin Talavera. You can contact me via Twitter or via email in the links below. Thank you.